which necessitates it being built on Aquilo, because moving stuff from outside of moving gases and liquids is a ball ache. So you have to stick it in. You have to stick it into barrels. And I can't even move the gas, I have to move the fluoroketone after it's been made. So it's a general arse. Right, well that's working, that's doing its job. That's like a little extra full tank of stuff, so if anything breaks we should have some spare. We're not making this nearly fast enough. I mean, that's being made, these ice platforms are being made way too slowly. But I want all of them. Could only make them in twos and assembling 2 and 3. Will melt if exposed to heat unless protected by a layer of concrete or other heat-resistant material. So you have to chuck concrete. You have to chuck concrete down on top of it, otherwise it melts, which is fine. I don't even necessarily need to bring the nuclear stuff over here now. It was just it felt a bit like a necessity, but it's really not. But I need to make... So I need to bring in carbon fibre and tungsten plate. That's fine, that's doable. To make these foundations. Now these foundations can go on lava and oil oceans, so that means I can take them to Vulcanus and put them over the top of lava if I need to. More for this type of area than volcanoes. Volcanoes you can just work around, but this area, for example, I could then build. I could then essentially landfill this, which would be rather useful. Shall we put it that way? I'm very much relying on Vulcanus doing its own thing now. The only downside is I think I may well be running out of coal. Well, that's a lie. But I will need to go and acquire new coal. Wherever new coal may be. There. 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 Which again is fine. There. There. Because I've got trains. And if I get some railguns over here, then I'm laughing. Railguns make very short work of demolishers. Even shorter work than uranium rounds in a turret does. Because the rounds don't, railgun rounds don't stop when they first hit their first target. They just carry on going. So then go scope. straight through everything. So if you aim one down the gut of a demolisher, dead demolisher. Same with Fulgora, where you can use the landfill to landfill in this area, where we can't build on it at the moment because it's oil. Deep oil. Yeah, oil ocean, you need foundations. So that means that we can essentially build over the top of some of this stuff if we wanted to, and connect islands together, expand out islands. Probably going to be needed if we're going to start refining scrap into something a little bit more substantial. But yeah, I think probably based on what we're looking at, I think here with its legendary modules will be the first one to attempt to get to this level. Oh, we have a one singular legendary recycler. Get in there. Well, you'll be replacing this dude. So now you're making... Your crafting speed is now 1. This crafting speed is 0.4. Yeah. That has a bit of an effect. What we could do then... say vertical flip. Essentially have 2 and work our way down through the list. Just try and slowly improve everything. I'm not sure which system is going to produce the better results, whether it's this one or whether it's this one. We'll have to see. We're about 1,000 science per minute, approximately. Right, yeah, that's a good place to be. Let's do spin on Fulgora. Glebo have to check around occasionally to make sure this hasn't happened. They build a base a little bit too close, like this one, or this one, or this one. You just need to send the Spidertrons out to pay them a visit. I could put Spidertrons on a patrol as well, and make them go around in a big circle. Spidertrons don't go like going over deep water. They get a bit antsy. It's quite funny to watch, actually. Which spider things? Purple ones that I'm controlling, or the other ones? So these are Spidertrons. So they're like an upgrade to a tank, essentially. So you can have tanks and cars in this, and then you can the eventual, yeah. I mean, I can change the colour of them. They don't have to be purple. I just want them to be purple. So yeah, these are Spidertrons. So Spidertron is like endgame. You can ride them. You can jump into a Spidertron and ride it around. But they're armed with rocket launchers. And you can have you can put equipment in them like you would do yourself in your own armor, and you can even control them with a remote control. So you can make them all run. You can make them into like RTS units, real-time strategy stuff. Go and deal with this lot. Spidertrons are cool. They only appear at the end of the game, but they seem to have got a nice place on Glever where you can essentially use them as a bit of a clean-up crew with the encroaching biter hordes. Now, normally I would think about using artillery. But having the extra source of biter eggs occasionally actually helps production. Because we use the biter eggs in science production, so they do come in handy. I don't have any legendary seeds yet of either type. If these get to max, they're supposed to put them into here, like this. So any extra seeds are meant to go, if this gets topped up and full and we can't find any, there's no more room for it, yeah, they should send the seeds into here. Those seeds then go through the recycling system. There's a 10% chance that they spit out a better than common seed, which will then get filtered through and then recycled again, and then recycled again, and then recycled again. And the idea is that I'm hoping I can have legendary seeds. hopefully legendary seeds will have a legendary spoil time, and a legendary spoil time will mean all of the. Eventually, this will end up lasting a whole lot longer. But yeah, there's a lot of work involved in all of this. Do I have lights? I have lights. Why didn't I even think to put some of the lights down? The lights get frozen. That'll be interesting to see. Some of this I've removed all of the possible remaining spaces. So I'd need to fill in the floor again with whatever's left. So what's stopping me building a whole bunch of stuff at the moment is the fact that I don't have enough of this stuff. Ice platforms. Still running low on ice. That's because Disco's left. Discovery's left. And left the ice. And its source of ice has disappeared. Well, its extra source of ice has disappeared. We're still making ice here, but its extra source of ice has vanished. Fortunately, there's a reasonable amount in storage. Well, let's say a reasonable amount in storage. There's loads in this one. There you go. That'll keep busy for a while. I don't need any more issues with water, thank you very much. I think I would need everything just to be built. That would be great. Bad enough. The other option is, as well as I launch a platform. So I have Starbase 1, for example, which is around Novis. I can essentially build Starbase 2 next to Discovery, next to Aquilo. The only issue with that is it would essentially need to be... What I would probably end up having to do is essentially build another copy of this ship. Or a similar version of this ship. But rather than the defences just on one side, the defences need to be all the way around. So it would be... For Other Worlds was a DLC. It is, yes. This is Space Age. If you're thinking mod, Otherworlds was a mod, and then the DLC came out and made it a DLC rather than a mod. Get rid of some of the sulfur. Get rid of some of those barrels. Definitely don't need all of them. You really don't need the rocket fuel any longer. That planet's making completely its own rocket fuel. Is there any way I can force it to send it down? I hate it when it does that. I wish there was a way of pausing. At the moment I can't. You have to be very good. You have to have very good timing, or just sheer luck, to ensure that you get rid of what you need. Cool. Anyway, we're just venting stuff that we don't. We're just venting stuff either side, resources we don't need on these platforms. Meanwhile, there's absolutely tons on here. That's the only problem, but okay, so I tell it to filter collection here, right? So occasionally it'll do, it'll grab a load of stuff and put them all on the belt. And then by the time that stuff gets belted, processed, back into here, I no longer need it any longer. Meanwhile, there's absolutely tons of the stuff sitting on the belt. So filtering these to only grab the right things may not be the correct way to do it. On some of the other ships, these just work. They just grab whatever. And if this belt here has less than a certain number of items on it, it puts out the items that's in its inventory. And then these over here get rid of the stuff that's not needed. And by getting rid of the stuff that's not needed, it makes more room on the belt, which means that more stuff that gets imported. Maybe blending the two systems together might be the best option. I don't know. Yeah, I discovered it's on its way back. How are we getting on? Oh, we got 8. 8. At some point I need to upgrade all the quality modules in this one to give me better, and then I need to start sending better quality modules to the other planets, specifically Excelsior and Reliant. Stargazer can make up Excelsior and Reliant. Clever and Vulgar. Clever and Vulcanus, because Vulgar is slowly making its own. Meanwhile, we're still waiting on decent quality. Is there I wonder if there is a faster way that we can improve quality making. I wonder. I mean, in an ideal world, the idea would be to have full quality on all the belts. Like, legendary quality on everything. It's one of those things that just have to wait. Will come with time, I suppose. This gets jammed up constantly. I don't think it's necessarily the best way. This was my own design to make legendary, or to make quality. Oh, hang on. I've just seen something. There's legendary quality on here, but it must have come from one of these machines. We have legendary accumulators. 3 of them. Let's go. I want you to take normal anything and make it legendary anything. I don't think it works like that. Any quality and make it epic quality. Yeah, that's what I want. Any quality, make it epic quality. But less than epic, make epic. Less than legendary, sorry. Less than legendary, make legendary. Cool. Oh. So these have an energy capacity of 300 megajoules. These have an energy capacity of 5 megajoules, so 6 times as much. They have a max input of 750 kilowatts and max output of 750 kilowatts, while these have 300 and 300. Yeah, I think that's probably, to be honest, I think if I were going to maintain ratios, bear in mind that it's 12.5% quality currently with the current, I would need, well, this is 10%, right? But this is 2.5%, okay, I'm just going to get rid of that, that's why. So it makes it far worse. There you go, it's 10%, 10%, 10%. With 25% of it not making, only 25% of it making it out, right? And then only a 10% chance of the stuff that makes it out being improved. That's a 2.5% chance that it will be of a better quality. Which means that I would need 40 common machines to every uncommon machine. And that ratio would hold. So I'd need 40 of these to every uncommon, 40 of uncommon to every rare, 40 of rare to every epic, and 40 epic to every legendary. And if I had one legendary machine, that would be 40. And then I'd need 40 times 40, which would be 1,600. Then I need 40 of those, 1,600 times 40. That's a lot of machines. That's assuming I'm relying on the recycling level. But yeah, that's definitely